Have you ever been attacked in a class reunion, a company meeting, or even at your own family dinner? You're not alone. You are a warrior stepping out of the swamp of traps and onto the podium of a winner. First, I want you to see yourself in this. You're enjoying a class reunion when suddenly someone says, "Hey, you used to be terrible at school. Guess you still are, huh?" Or in a company meeting, a colleague smirks, "Oh, wow, you're that talented?" Or right at the family dinner table, "John's kid is the same age as you, and look at how much he's achieved." And suddenly your heart starts pounding like festival drums. Your face heats up like you've been standing under 40-degree sun. Your brain freezes. All the clever comebacks you ever knew? Gone. A few minutes later, you think of the perfect response, but by then you're home in the shower and the only audience is the faucet. So what do you do in situations like this? Watch until the end, and you'll see just how much smarter you can be than them. Why does losing face hurt so much? Because your brain doesn't interpret it as a rude comment. It interprets it as a threat to social status. In evolutionary psychology, status within a group equals safety. In ancient times, if you were lowered in status before the tribe, you risked exclusion. And exclusion didn't mean no Netflix, it meant hunger and danger. So when you're criticized in public, your brain activates alarm mode. Danger, your image is under attack. The problem isn't that you're weak. The problem is that your nervous system is doing exactly what it was designed to do: survive. The most important thing to understand from the start is this: the feeling of losing face is a normal biological response, but how you handle it, that's character. And believe me, people don't remember what was said to you, they remember how you responded. The true nature of disrespect. Before you get angry, understand a slightly uncomfortable truth. Most sarcastic remarks are not about discovering truth, they are power tests. The other person doesn't actually care whether you were good or bad at school. They care about how you react. In social interaction, there's an unspoken rule. Whoever can provoke you controls you, and they usually use 3 common traps. Number 1, the emotional trap. They provoke you so you get angry. The redder your face, the faster you speak, the more you lose composure, the more they feel like they've won. In their mind, there's an invisible scoreboard. I got to him. Number 2, the justification trap. You begin explaining. That's not true, actually. Or, well, what really happened was, stop. You just walked into the social courtroom, and in this courtroom, the one who explains the most often looks like the defendant. Number 3, the nervous laughter trap. This is the most dangerous one. You laugh along to keep the peace. Everyone thinks it's fine, but inside it feels like swallowing a stone. You just unintentionally sent a message, "You can joke like that with me." And next time they'll do it, possibly with an upgraded version. The truth is, the crowd does not judge you by the insult, they judge you by how firmly you stand in the face of it. Disrespect is not a random attack, it's a test, and the person who passes the test is not the one who talks the best, it's the one who refuses to be dragged into the game. Analyzing 3 specific situations. 1. Class reunion. Being labeled the bad student. You walk into a reunion in a great mood. Before you even finish a bite of fried spring roll, someone says, "Hey, you used to be terrible at school, so how's life now?" Congratulations, you've just been pulled back to your 17-year-old version. The essence of this situation isn't curiosity about your present. They're trying to keep you in your old role so they can feel like they're still above you. This is psychological framing. Common mistakes? Showing off achievements, comparing income, explaining at length like you're defending a doctoral thesis. The more you prove yourself, the more you step into the competition they created. The smart move is to break the frame without attacking. For example, "Yeah, I wasn't great back then. Good thing life isn't just about report cards." Or lighter, "True, everyone's strong in different ways." Say it, smile, change the topic. Don't stay in their arena. 2. Workplace, jealousy and status undermining. In the office, this type is more dangerous. They won't say, "I'm jealous of you." They'll say, "Wow, getting special treatment from the boss again?" This is a tactic to pull you down to their level. Don't get angry. Don't list your accomplishments. Instead, calmly ask, "Is there something specific about the work you'd like to discuss?" That single question forces them to shift from emotion to substance. If they have no substance, they'll hesitate. 3. Family, the other people's kids comparison. A national specialty. John's kid is the same age as you, and look at everything he's done. Arguing at the dinner table is the fastest way to turn the meal into a championship final. The wiser approach is to speak privately when there's no audience. "I understand you want me to do well, but I'm not comfortable being compared like that." Short, clear, no drama. Because the goal isn't to win the argument, it's to maintain boundaries. 3 different environments, 1 common principle. Don't let someone else define your value with a single sentence. A 4-step response system you can apply anywhere. At this point, you might ask, "Sounds good, but what do I actually do in the moment?" Here's a 4-step system. Simple, compact, usable everywhere, from reunions to meetings, from bars to family dinners. Step 1. Lock the biological reflex. When attacked, your body wants to react instantly. Don't. Take 1 slow breath, hold eye contact, wait 2 to 3 seconds before speaking. That silence doesn't make you weak, it makes the other person slightly uneasy. The one who controls the pace controls the status. Step 2. Don't over-explain. This is the most common mistake. "Well, actually, it's not like that. Let me clarify." No. The more you talk, the more you sound like you're defending yourself. Remember this: over-explaining equals placing yourself in the defendant's chair. Step 3. Set a clear boundary. 1 sentence, neutral, no emotional charge. For example, "I'm not comfortable with that kind of comment. Let's keep the conversation respectful. If it's work feedback, I'm open to hearing it." No buts, no long justification. Brevity makes you look grounded. Step 4. Be ready to walk away. This is the strongest move. If they continue, you don't need to argue. You can end the interaction. "Excuse me, I'm stepping out for a moment." Calmly leaving sends a very clear message. My presence is a privilege, not an obligation. You don't need to win the debate. You just need to keep your self-respect. And that is the real victory. The highest upgrade: psychological immunity. After all the techniques, breathing, the calm smile, setting boundaries, strategic withdrawal, there is still a higher level. That level is immunity. It means no matter what someone says, you are no longer touched at your core, because you understand one crucial truth. An insult is not a description of you, it is a confession about them. The person who says you were not good enough is often insecure about their own ability. The one who mocks your ambition often hasn't dared to pursue their own. The one who constantly compares lives in a world of pressure and scarcity. They are not talking about you, they are projecting their inner world outward. Like someone with motion sickness who thinks everything around them is shaking. The problem isn't the road. When you truly understand this, you shift from the role of the attacked to the observer. Instead of thinking, "Why would they say that about me?" you think, "Oh, what are they revealing about themselves?" Suddenly, you no longer feel diminished. You feel like you're standing outside, watching someone wrestle with their own shadow. And here's the most interesting part. The immune person is the most boring target for an offender, because there is no reaction, no drama, no reward. Real power is not in the sharp comeback, it is in the calm presence that makes the other person realize they have no access to your worth. And at that point, you don't need to win, because you never entered the fight. Conclusion: true power. After everything, you may realize something almost amusing. For years, we've tried to craft the perfect legendary comeback when the strongest move was not needing one at all. True power is not silencing someone with words. True power is letting them finish speaking and making them feel slightly awkward on their own. You don't need to win a verbal battle at a reunion. You don't need to confront a colleague in the middle of a meeting. You don't need to turn a family dinner into a debate show. You only need to keep 3 things: calmness when challenged, boundaries when crossed, and self-respect when it's time to walk away. Psychologically mature people don't react to prove their value. They act from value that already exists within them. Remember, the person who provokes you is trying to control you. The one who compares you is exposing their insecurity. The one who belittles you is revealing their own level. And you? You don't need to be loud. You don't need to boast. You don't need to prove anything. You only need to stand firm. And when you are steady enough, something interesting happens. People will either respect you or they will quietly avoid you. Both are good outcomes, because the ultimate goal is not to silence others. It is to live with enough inner calm that the noise no longer controls you. See you in the next video, and don't forget to subscribe to my channel.